Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 10 straight, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Dukes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you can tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Feeling some heat. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to escape and get it. Oh, it's out! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Bulls are in the red zone. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback, or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football, but when he sees it...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Florida. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dukes.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, USF.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their...
And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Bulls.
Linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out. He's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he intercepts it. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last.
He's loose. The 10. Touchdown Bulls. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. South Florida, 28. James Madison, 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This is a 3rd and long. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, they'll take to the air. And they can't make the connection. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
We're only in the first half. Already this guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On third down, he drops to throw. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes a connection. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away to buy time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack and get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
He'll start this drive firing.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. To the ground with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. He'll pull it down and run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, though.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll line up for a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He fires it out to the right. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, USF.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Finds his back in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bulls will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. The quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And back to the air on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Bulls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He wants to throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Touchdown Bulls! And the beatdown has ensued.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
South Florida, 49, James Madison.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's got room. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the tackle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy to death.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On the option. Now the toss. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, James Madison.
Touchdown, James Madison.
The AT unit on the field.
With the catch in the end zone.
Splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
42 Spider.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down. Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. Touchdown Bulls. And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Stevens. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
This might depend on the... He's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the 1st down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the 1st down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on at midfield. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Extending the play. He's going to run it. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. And the stomping has commenced. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Toss to the outside. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Power football with the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Florida 63, James Madison 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Dukes are flying down the field. Leaves it with the back. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Get set, get set.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
James Madison, number 10, in the end zone.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT.
Is good.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
21.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He'll ride his man on the option. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Winton. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Savage.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on third down. Keeps looking downfield. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. And the Dukes will hustle to the line.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on third down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense?
Offense gets set for second down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, and certainly through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
When you got the ball on their side of the field on 4th and 1, you are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. You know, some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on third down. If he doesn't get it, fourth down is up to the coach.
And listen, every player wants to go for it. The coach always makes the decision. The players always want to go for it.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll let it go down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. I don't like the other coach.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
Got it.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Come on, set.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, James Madison. The defense with the scoop and score.
James Madison.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Defensive score.
And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. On Wisconsin. They're darn near perfect offensively today, almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice. They're up by 28 over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Winton. At the 20, he's got space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job. Stuff.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because
he wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Fourth down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomp. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Dukes in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here for